We have discussed the structure and types of influenza virus. We will now look at the replication cycle. Knowing the replication process can increase your understanding of how anti-influenza drugs work. The viral replication process is based on 5 steps: attachment, adsorption, uncoating, RN or replication, packaging, and release. The virus attaches to the cell when the viral haemagglutinin interacts with sialic acid receptors on the cell surface. After that, adsorption of the viral cell occurs, and it enters the cell in the vesicle. Uncoating takes place when the newly formed endosome fuses with the lysosome. The lysosome contains digestive enzymes and an acidic interior. Uncoating is facilitated by the low pH within the endosome. Taking advantage of the acidic environment, protons pass through the ion channel formed by the M2 protein into the interior of the virion. This disrupts the virion envelope, leading to a sequela of events that frees the nucleocapsid to enter the cytoplasm and then migrate to the nucleus, where the genome RNA is transcribed. Viral negative RNA strand is surrounded by nucleocapsid proteins and several other proteins that make up the RNA polymerase. As we know that a negative strand RNA is a non-coding strand, the viral RNA polymerase makes the complementary positive strand RNA before it can be used for translating proteins. The virion RNA polymerase transcribes the 8 genome segments into 8 mRNA in the nucleus by a process called cap snatching, in which the viral RNA polymerase cuts off the cap from one of the host cell's mRNA molecules. RNA polymerase uses the cap to start the transcription of viral mRNA. After that, most of the mRNA move to the cytoplasm, where host ribosomes translate them into nucleocapsid protein. Several other mRNA strand encodes for viral proteins with the help of the endoplasmic reticulum. Some of the viral mRNA remain in the nucleus, where they serve as the template for the synthesis of the negative strand RNA genomes for the progeny virions. The envelope proteins are made by ribosomes on the host cell endoplasmic reticulum with the help of viral mRNA. After that, these proteins move by transport vesicle to the Golgi apparatus and finally to the plasma membrane. The nucleocapsid proteins surround the positive RNA strand, after which the RNA polymerase converts it into a negative RNA strand. 10 different types of proteins are synthesized from 8 RNA segments, and new negative strand RNA genome segments are produced. The matrix proteins, nucleocapsid proteins, RNA polymerase, and RNA genome segments are exported from the nucleus into the cytoplasm of the host cell. They travel to the envelope proteins that have fused with the host cell membrane after they bud off from endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi apparatus. From here, the RNA protein complexes are packaged into progeny virus cells that then bud the host cell membrane. Influenza virus, hepatitis delta virus, and retroviruses are the only RNA viruses that have an important stage of their replication that takes place in the nucleus. We went through the clinical symptoms of influenza infection in the previous section. Let's review them once again. In humans, after an incubation period of 24 to 48 hours, the infected individuals start to experience constitutional symptoms such as fever, sore throat, cough, headache, fatigue, and muscle pain. Severe myalgia and respiratory tract symptoms are the characteristic symptoms of influenza infection. Vomiting and diarrhea are rare. The symptoms usually resolve spontaneously in 4 to 7 days, but influenzal or bacterial pneumonia may complicate the course. In rare cases, if the infection persists, it can cause a life-threatening complication known as Ray's syndrome, which is characterized by encephalopathy and liver degeneration. It has been recorded that aspirin given to reduce fever in viral infections can increase the incidence of Ray's syndrome. To make a diagnosis, after you observe the clinical symptoms of influenza in a patient. A sample is collected from the infected patient for laboratory analysis. It can be taken by swab test. The sample is taken from the nose or throat. Nasal aspirate. The healthcare provider will inject a saline solution into your nose, then remove the sample with gentle suction. The sample is analyzed using an enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay, real-time polymerase chain reaction, serologic methods, and culture testing. Influenza can also be diagnosed by the detection of antibodies in the patient's serum. Moving on to the treatment and prevention of influenza viral infections. Treatment options for influenza infections include neuraminidase inhibitors and channel blockers. Oseltamivir and zanamivir are used for both the treatment and prevention of influenza. These drugs inhibit the release of viruses from infected cells, limiting the extent of the infection by reducing the spread of the virus from one cell to another. They are effective against both influenza A and B viruses. Oseltamivir is particularly useful in elderly people who have not been immunized and who may have been exposed. Amantadine and rimantadine inhibit the replication of the influenza virus by blocking the viral M2 protein ion channel. They are effective only against influenza viruses. Influenza A. As for the prevention of influenza infections, vaccine is preferred over these drugs in the prevention of influenza. There are two main types of influenza vaccines: a killed vaccine and a live, attenuated vaccine. The killed or inactivated vaccine has been used for many years. It is administered intramuscularly. It contains the purified protein subunits, haemagglutinin and neuraminidase. Haemagglutinin antigen elicits neutralizing antibodies. The live, attenuated vaccine contains temperature-sensitive mutants of influenza A and B viruses. This vaccine is administered by spraying into the nose as a nasal mist. These temperature-sensitive mutants can replicate in the cooler nasal mucosa, where they induce IgA. Thus, the vaccine immunizes but does not cause disease, as it cannot replicate in the warmer environment of the lower respiratory tract. Vaccination provides 70% protection. Annual influenza vaccinations for everyone aged 6 months or older is recommended, especially for individuals at risk of severe diseases, such as those with cardiopulmonary disease or asthma. That is all about the replication's process of influenza viruses, its clinical presentation and treatment and prevention. Stay tuned to sqadia.com to watch more detailed and knowledge-filled videos.